Back to the follow-up segment tonight. The investigation into the shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown by a police officer not going smoothly in Ferguson, Missouri. Reports are a member of the grand jury has been leaking stuff. Last night, at least 6 demonstrators were arrested in Ferguson, including a journalist who did freelance work for CNN. Some of those arrested are members of a protest group called the Millennials. Joining us now from St. Louis is McGraw-Milhaven, radio talk show host on KTRS. He's closely following the story. So what are the Millennials? What is this all about?
The Millennials are nothing more, Bill, than a group of young protesters, sort of loosely aligned. They're more like jihadists. They're more like anarchists. They don't want anything. They're not protesting for anything. They're just troublemakers looking for trouble.
All right. Are they from Ferguson?
Most of the people are not from Ferguson. Most of the this is important to note. Most of the protesters, most of the people who are on the ground doing the breaking of the windows and things like that, they're not. But they're being led by the elected officials, the people who want to cause trouble. Some of those who were voted into office in that North County area who are looking to make trouble.
All right. So locals have organized these people, in your opinion, to go out. Now, I don't know what they're protesting against. You got the FBI. You got the Justice Department under Holder, certainly sympathetic to Mr. Brown and his family. You've got the local state authorities. You got everybody there. Got a grand jury convened. Now we hear that there might be a little, leaking from some idiot on the grand jury. But what are they protesting in general out there?
They don't, when you ask these protesters, they don't really have an answer for you. The one real answer they say is they want Bob McCullough off the case, who, it should be noted, 3 or 4 days before the original shooting, there was a primary in which he was reelected and he was running against an African-American woman. So he has the support of the entire community. There's only a few of these anarchists who are demanding for him to step down for no other reason than they just don't like him. And that's no way to run a city.
All right. But so local politics are local politics. But again, the FBI is there. All right, the Justice Department closely watching this case, and you just have to let the system unfold. We all know if the police officer is not indicted, there's going to be trouble. Everybody knows that. I'm sure the Missouri authorities know it. If Mr. Wilson is not indicted by the grand jury, the protesters will come back out. Sharpton will run out there. And there'll be riots or what. I shouldn't say that's irresponsible of me. I don't know whether there'll be riots, but there'll certainly be demonstrations.
Bill, I will tell you that there are elected officials. There are Lacey Clay, who went on national television and said that exact same thing, that if he is not indicted, there will be trouble in the streets.
And who is this guy who said it?
Lacey Clay is a United States congressman who said it on Face the Nation. There are open letters to Bob McCullough from elected officials saying there will be trouble. We are watching Ferguson die a slow death. They are destroying Ferguson piece by piece. There are African-American police officers in Ferguson who are being racially targeted, who are being spit on, thrown at, being called Uncle Toms. We have lost all sense of civility here in Ferguson.
All right.
And when it does finally come out, and it doesn't come out the way they like it, St. Louis is petrified of what could happen.
I agree. I mean, if it's not, it's a very disturbing situation. Last question real fast. Do you have any idea when the grand jury will return its findings?
Bob McCullough came on my show and said probably mid to late October, maybe possibly early November. Now, that also coincides with the election day. So it could be, late October, early November, which could be a total disaster.
The state of Missouri has got to move the National Guard in before, no matter what the verdict is, all right? No matter what they do, the Guard's got to be there. Everything's got to be organized. And the federal government's got to get involved, too. All right, Mr. Milhaven, keep us posted. We appreciate it.